talk about, we're up in American Ford today. We're going to run Forest Lake, and we're here with my good friend Lisa. And so Lisa is wanting to learn a little bit about driving techniques and the things that you can do in the hills, so you can avoid some of the more, well, everybody's worst fear, rolling their Jeep over or damaging their vehicle. So that's what we're up here today, and that's what we're going to do to show Lisa, and give her some tips and tricks and techniques to maybe help avoid some of those and help her become more confident in the hills. So Lisa, here's kind of what I want to start with. Some of the things we're going to learn about out in the hills is when you do not want to brake, how you want to brake, and if you want to pump your brakes or hit the brakes or stand on the brakes. We're also going to talk about gassing, like using the gas and how you want to use the gas and when to use the gas and maybe when not to use the gas. Some other things we're going to talk about as well is the reverse. Reverse is very crucial. Or neutral is very crucial in the hills for certain things. We're going to talk about how the gears and the neutral and the drive can make your brakes work differently with each other and make things so much easier for you. So I also want to talk about, a lot of people don't know about when they're in the hills, they try and avoid the worst lines, and then they get on a line and then they hit their diff, they'll hit their tie rod or their steering, and then they break stuff. So we're going to talk really quickly about, and we'll do a walk around the vehicles, about where the differential is located on your particular vehicle, because then that way when you're in the hills and you see a line, you can go, well, am I going to hit my diff on the rock? Am I going to bust it open? Am I going to hit my steering? Should I choose a different line? Anyway, yeah, so really quickly, we're just going to
a lot of people don't air down.
Jeep,
that's the first thing
and then familiarize herself with where everything is.
Off. One thing we didn't go over that Lisa already, 10 pounds of pressure versus 30 pounds of pressure makes a big difference off highway, and it rides way smoother. So
yeah,
here we go. Crystal's going to walk you through the vehicle.
So Lisa, if we want to, so if you can tell the difference, let me show you a little bit. And they might be the same and they might not be. So if you can see on mine right here, so the differential is a little bit further to the middle. It's actually a little bit further to the middle than yours. Yours is a little bit more past.
Mine's more.
You're going to want to try and avoid that stuff. So when you're going up rocks, if you have a rock on the passenger or on the driver's side, you're going to try and either go hard passenger and put this rock, or you put this tire on that rock so you avoid hitting your differential. Or you're going to try and miss it by going harder passenger and miss your differential. That makes a little bit of sense. I don't know, let's see what TJ's differential looks like. TJ's kind of the same thing, but he's even more in the middle than I or you. So that just gives you a really good idea of what you want to do. Also, you want to make sure that you're going to miss your steering, your shackles, and your back, and also your shock mount. So let's put the boat in the back of the vehicle. You also have control arms you want to try and avoid. And so when you are looking in the back of your vehicle, your differential in the back is actually in the middle. So when you go up an obstacle, you want to try and, so you're going to try and miss the front, but if you need to try and miss the back as well, you're going to turn right or left, knowing where the differential is in the back. So your shock mounts, your lower shock mounts, you want to try and avoid that as well. So that's kind of all this stuff that you want to think about when you're in the hills, to try and avoid those, because if you break a shock mount, they're not fun to weld back on. Anywho, you also have, if we want to talk about, Lisa, if we want to talk about the lower control arms, a lot of people will break the lower control arm mounts as well. And so you want to try and avoid these. You have these, some people have drop brackets, some don't, but these actually hang down quite a bit. Yours are pretty beefed up, so you shouldn't have to worry about it. But all these things, you want to make yourself very familiar with exactly where these things are, so then that way when you get on the trails, you can choose your line based on your vehicle.
Sounds good.
Perfect. Okay, well, we're going to go ahead and get started, guys. We're going to head up the hills. We're doing Forest Lake today, and when we get up there, we're going to practice all these techniques. I'm definitely wanting to jump in her vehicle with her to help her with some stuff. So here we go, guys.
Stay right here because of my diff. That ifs way, so I'm either gonna go this way.
Okay.
I could go this way, but I think that I would hit it. So I would say I'm gonna go this way.
Okay.
Get a driver tire over this would be fine and keep
Yeah.
you off the ground.
And then I'm gonna come here, come up this one, come this way, here. Front tire's probably going to hit this one.
Front passenger, yes?
Yes.
Okay.
Front passenger.
Okay.
Then I'm gonna stay this way. I'm not going up on the rock.
No, that's okay. We don't want you to.
Probably, well, I
We
could go.
probably could get you through right there. We'll see.
Yeah, I could probably go right through there.
That's great.
Okay,
Looks
we'll
like a great line.
And if not, I'm sure that I'll scream bloody murder and help me.
That's a great line. I'm glad you're seeing the line.
This is like river rat.
That is one thing that he has taught me well, is that I really need to watch where my tires are.
Okay.
The first lesson he taught me was knowing where my hood is,
Yeah.
and where my tires
Yeah.
run.
Yeah.
So I can look, because when you're driving, you don't know where your tires are. You have
Yeah.
to learn where they are.
Yeah.
And he did teach me that. So I tried to remember where my tires are,
Yeah.
based off where my Jeep is going.
So awesome.
So-
So I think too, and I don't know if you've ever done this, but typically what you can do is, if you know where you want your driver's side tire to be, you can look outside your Jeep, and as long as you see your driver's side tire where you want that, typically your passenger side will be exactly where you want your passenger tire. Does
Makes
that make
sense.
sense?
That does.
So you can also look out the window or out the door, and that's kind of why we had you take your door off, so you can literally look out and look at your tire and the rock and whatever your
She's gonna
approach
have to
is.
climb this one
So-
and that one.
I seen him go up on this, and I watched the articulation. I was
Well,
like,
there
yep,
used
nope,
to be,
I'm not
like, some really
following
cool
this.
things.
Hilarious.
All right,
You
Okay.
got this.
I got this.
Yep,
Okay.
you totally got this.
Passenger side.
Okay,
No,
TJ, I'm
actually,
gonna have you video. I'm gonna jump in her Jeep with her.
I was-
So you guys keep in mind, Lisa has one rear locker and no front locker. So she's actually gonna use the technique called gas brake technique combo. Let's see how she does. She's gonna try it without first, and then she'll try it with. Let's see the differences.
Drive through it unless you're getting Hold on a second. Hold on, Lisa. Don't start turning yet. You have to remember your butt end have to come around. So just stay driving. There you go. Coming. Right through driver. There you go. Perfect. Keep that one. All right, I want you to slightly straighten up a little bit. Yep. A little more driver. A little more drive right there. Come forward. Your shot. All right, just slowly come forward. Start turning driver. Driver. Keep that line.
First attempt, take one without gas brake combination. Check it out.
Okay, so I want you to back up hard, driver. Hard.
Okay,
driver.
so now we're gonna go ahead and try again using
Hard
gas
driver
brake
forward.
combo. Keep your eye out.
Hold on right there, hold on. Start turning.
And over she
Driver,
went.
flat. There you go. Nice and easy. Come down.
Okay, Lisa, what did we just go up?
We just went up this.
Okay, let's check it out.
This is Gatekeeper.
Okay. Lisa, what happened?
I don't have front lockers.
Okay.
So I got to this rock right here.
Let's
I
see.
was kind of teetering on it and I couldn't get up and over.
Okay.
So I used the brake gas method, holding the brake down, adding gas, and then kind of launching myself up and over, and she came up and went right up and over.
And when you didn't use the gas brake combination, did you struggle?
Yes, I sat there and just spun.
Okay.
I wasn't able to breach the top of the rock.
Okay.
So
Did you like that technique?
it's really amazing.
Okay.
You could feel it launching you. So it was like having the locker in a gas form. So it really did come in handy for somebody who didn't have a front locker.
Yeah, absolutely. It does actually trick the differential in thinking you have limited slip up front. So that's why the gas combination with the brake works so well. Well, I'm glad you learned something, and hopefully we can put it to more use in the future.
Of course.
So Lisa did fantastic on this next section. She really did get a chance to use the gas brake on this section as well. And the ratio between the gas and the brake is something that comes over time. So she's getting a lot better at it now. And she did it.
Go lightly up into neutral. Neutral, let it come back. Okay? But we're gonna do nice, slow movements. But I want your driver's tire. I almost think I ought to start climbing her right here.
That's what I'm thinking. So
right
right here, you guys,
Right
she
here.
is not just
Tire,
using
just
gas
right
brake
here.
combination,
And I
she's
wanna see if
also
it will come
using
up.
neutral as gonna do well awesome. as figuring out where the tipping point of her vehicle is.
Okay.
I'm gonna be right next to you.
Alright.
You're probably gonna use slider.
Yeah, if we get to where we're in a bad spot, I'll back up. I just don't want to bind you up right here. If I bring you up right here because you don't have a front locker, it's
Grab
you're
one
going
of
to
the
be
kids.
trying to push a flat tire over this.
Okay.
And that's you have a rough country lift, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so shocks what limits you.
Okay.
Your Jeep probably could flex more, but the shock.
And if we can't, we can't, but it's just one of those things I'd like to try.
I was so thrilled that she really wanted to give this a good go. Lisa, you did an amazing job. Use your brake gas combination. You don't have a locker. There you go. Slow movements. There you go. Very nice. Very nice. Slow movements are absolutely vital when in the hills. Now that is something that is definitely learned over time, and seat time is definitely a big deal with that. Oh yeah, you bet. Very nice.
Okay.
Yep.
All right. So you feel good? You feel good enough to stay right there? Yeah. You were barely, like maybe a couple inches.
Austin.
Yeah, I'm gonna push on that. You're okay with that? You're not going to go over. All right, still stay. I already sit there. You're like 2 inches off the ground, like barely out over there. Not bad. Okay.
So this is what we call the edge of comfort, you guys. This is a big deal for Lisa, and she just grew from here. She's doing completely awesome now in the hills.
And you're almost fully stuffed in the rear. So
Yeah!
you're max.
Lisa, give me a high five or a peace out. There you go. Nice.
But yeah, you're barely, your tire is, you're actually touching. Well, so
Lisa's doing amazing today.
keep coming. Yep, nice and easy. Okay, keep it coming forward. Keep it coming forward. Looking good. Looking good. Straight back out. Right there. Okay, perfect. Keep that line. Okay, now nice and easy. Because it might want to pull the front tire up. Nice and easy. Nice and easy. Perfect.
Woo! Yeah, girl!
I believe this.
Right
Now
on.
you kind of know, like, not the tipping point, but you can be that off
That
tilted and be okay.
That was so cool.
So,
I mean, it's the first time I've actually felt my Jeep move to one side where
Yeah.
I could kind of get the feel of what it wanted to do at that point.
and some people panic when it's like that, but that's why.
That was nice
yeah.
though. That was a nice training because I knew I had the confidence in knowing that even if I did start to go somewhere, if somebody stepped on the side or
then
grabbed,
you
not
could.
like it was going to do anything major. So
Yeah.
I could test that without the fear of having something bad happen.
Yeah,
Right.
yeah.
So that was really comforting.
Oh,
Thank
good.
you.
Yeah.
That was good.
Awesome.
So you guys, we carry rugged radios. We actually loaned a rugged radio to Lisa, and the rugged radios really allow you to do what is absolutely vital to do when you are spotting somebody, especially if they're new out there. It comes a time when you're on an obstacle and you can't see them, so you need that good communication, and shouting just sometimes isn't an option.
Yep.
First send through the mud puddle, here we go.
No, thank you.
So here's Wade's massive mud fest. Something other.
Well, I don't know what he's complaining about. It's the only spot I have. It's right here.
Hey, I don't care. You do the laundry.
Just one spot.
Final and second run through mud puddle.
Oh,
So she's not talking, she didn't get any mud. Well, that last send, she just got caked. See that, everybody?
how far are you going? What did you do? Just come back in the mud. It's in my seat.
Oh my gosh, girl. This girl. So I think we're jumping in Tibble Fork when we get down, yes? Maybe a little bit? Okay. Very nice, girl. Now, we always talk about only one spot at a time, you guys. I was in her rig showing her something, and my husband was outside spotting. So me and TJ really had to work together and know exactly when he was going to talk and tell her something, and when I was talking to her and telling something. So communication between me and TJ was absolutely vital, so she didn't get the wrong idea of what to do, when to do it.
All right, keep coming. There you go.
So this is Lisa coming down the Gatekeeper now, so we are on our way down the trail. She did absolutely fantastic. Nice job.
Okay, so right there for a minute. So your front passenger tire is going to drop in a hole. Don't be worried about it. It's going to drop in there. Try to try still. It's going to be up. You're okay. Perfect.
You're okay. Woo! I got that on video. Nice job. You did good. When we take people out, we always like to warn them about kind of what's going to happen and which way the Jeep is going to lean, if it's going to lean a little bit or a lot, or if they maybe should get ready to gas into it, or kind of what they should do here. But yeah, she did absolutely excellent, and that's just part of when we take people out of what we do. So we just want to make sure people are on the edge of comfort, but also understanding on what to do when certain things happen. And this was an easy enough part to where we could do that with her and know that nothing serious was going to happen. Very nice job.
Yeah.
Gatekeeper completed up.
Right. Woo. So when we take people out, you guys, we love to have fun with them. And you know she's all still covered in a ton of mud, right? So stay tuned for the bonus footage, you guys. Double Dominators always like to do it right and always like to have a ton of fun. We're not out there just to teach people, but also make sure that they're having a great time. So stay tuned and watch the bonus footage. It's pretty good. You didn't think I was going to let Lisa jump in the lake on her own, did you? You're right. We had to go have some fun and make some fun of that too. So here we go. I'll show you what's going on.
You're on record.
It's called a wannabe model hair flip. How did we do?
Yeah, sweet. That was the best. Go.
I truly almost fell in. I I just wanted to give a huge shout out to my husband for taking us out. He truly did an amazing job with Lisa, and I'm still learning. So, and I learn every single day, but I've learned so much from my husband, and it's so nice that I can try and share what I've learned from my husband to other people as well with my husband. It's been an absolute awesome journey. So thanks, babe.